Oh boy, isn't that fun? How do I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What have I done wrong? I can't allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Why are we seeing this again? I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer's innocence. March 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Beep, motherfucker. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Beep, motherfucker. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ugh. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. Maya. Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ugh. Is this accursed on guard again? Beep, motherfucker. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ugh, Gumshoe. I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I can do. What the fuck did I just drop? What did I just drop, man? God damn it! I dropped something on the floor. All right. That's true. I could do that if they find Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it our all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Beep, motherfucker. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. Isn't that the strongest weapon in the world that you have at its abundance? Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the last trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through as I know it. March 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Isn't this our favorite courtroom? Yes. Oh, big titties again. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and God. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's testimony with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicions onto Matt on guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing the Nickel Samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those for which she cannot escape. And you're saying that is she guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is a calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Heredia was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt on guard. What a surprise turn of events! people in the stand. I didn't expect this to happen. Holy shit! I should have brought my popcorn. It would think it become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edwards has said is true. But we still have to hold on as long as we can. At least until Mai is safe and sound. Wonder how the trial will turn out today. Oh boy. Now please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness. Your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just a kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I did actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, sure. He looks so heroic and stoic there. Like a Logan. Even Logan's not really a hero. I guess he's kind of like an anti-hero sort of thing. God, Wolverine's so overrated. Anyway, let's go. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of the room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Ah, interesting. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is not a big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can you smell it, Phoenix? But for us, to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Oh boy. Visit to Matt's room. Alright. I wonder if, since I have to stall for time, I wonder if I have to just press every single thing. That'd probably be the easiest thing ever. I hope it's that. Stall for time. Press everything. Wow, Luna, you've been stalling for time since, like, the first case. The defendant's room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of. I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright? What is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please. Don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turned into a bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Man, Phoenix Wright is like the major villain within this whole thing. He's such a bad guy. What a heel. Alright, let's see. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He was wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was a bellboy. Hell yeah. Whoop-de-doo. Fucking Pringle farts. Alright. At first, what do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Ah, look at that. You see the type of juice on the tray? Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think it was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while. Took a quick fap, then went back to you guys. Shook your hand. Didn't wash the hand. Taste it, bitch. I added a little flavor to your dinner that night. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, right? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while were you watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long do you watch the two of them? No more than a minute or two, I think. Alright, I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me, which was me. It's a me! So, who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on ya. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. It's like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from this story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. After the weird ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. The defendant's room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, so I wanted to say congrats. And what's wrong? Uh-oh. Oh, great. Alright, what do I gotta do? Let's see, is there anything? I don't have any evidence right now, when you think about it, guys. Did I switch one? What the fuck? Did I not press something? I didn't! What the fuck? At first, what do you mean by that? I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pitcher like me. I wasn't trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much was it? Well, that's when something even more surprising happened. The boy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow it at all.
Sounds like Mr. Powers is surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Probably the face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court.
Yep, that's ageism. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
A line of stitches?
Yeah, and it went straight from his tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if a thread snapped and all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. What the fuck is wrong with you? He was there, at On Guard's house. He was that butler!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. So that means On Guard was talking with the killer then. If the facts were to be exposed, On Guard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief.
You sure you don't have something you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and round in circles.
Round and round.
Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
Oh boy. Do we get evidence from that? I don't think we did, right? No, we didn't. So, I guess, do this again. You saw the two of them, the defendant. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't have any... Uh-oh. I don't know what to do. Do I just press everything over again? Is this what he wants me to do? I doubt it. I'm probably doing something stupid and you guys are calling me idiots right now. God damn it. I don't... Oh, I'm confused. Alright, let's see. We weren't giving anything. We have nothing on the guy except the she-shell bullshit. Maybe... I have no fucking idea. Oh, you gave him a tip. A bunch of money. It's the best. Oh. I guess I could... Since I'm trying to waste time, I could ask multiple questions. But hold on. Let me start recording. Put it on 22 minutes, baby. Alright, and guard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous chips, wouldn't you agree? Chips, yes. Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify to the court about how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why's that?
And why is that?
He gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Why is he... Don't stand like that. Please don't.
Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Sorry. I got something stuck in my throat. What the hell is going on? The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection! Fuck you guys. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
So suppose the roll of cash was not a tip. Then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Gorilla?
Then the bellboy witness saw...
Yes. He was the assassin. He had a piggy nose.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You do have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelly the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelly? Shelly the Killer?
He is a person the police special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was the very assassin Shelby the Killer. Really?
What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
Nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I thought I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw the bellboy again later that night. What?
Mr. Powers, please testify what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away. Alright, more things to press constantly and not do anything with the second time. This time I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corelia's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... I wonder if I could press I mean. Thank you very much. This is all I need for now. But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish what the bellboy was truly Mr. D. Killer. Then We shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if the bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain us and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. God damn it, you never let me have any fun with those big old titties. Alright, sorry about that. Second time. This time I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. Oh boy. And what time was it? Vader time. Vader time! It's time! Where the fuck is this puppet? He's hidden somewhere in this room. I know it. Well, I don't remember. The awkward ceremony ended. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m. Right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. that time.
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. That's his courageous voice. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches on his face. Well, I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt.
Unless there's twins, Basil, twins.
So which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrella's room. Of course, when I say room, I mean the 2003 hit The Room. Actually, no, I think it was like 2006 or 2007. I'm trying to remember one of the female actors in there. She's in that Twilight series. I want to say Emma Watson, but she's not in the Twilight series. She's in the stupid fucking... Whatever. She's in Harry Potter. Hermione. Alright. The victim's room, huh? This is bothering me. I have no... I hate that when I can't think of an actor who's been in a movie. Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and... Kristen Stewart. There we go. And teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? He seemed out of place. So what exactly was out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? The bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either.
You call that a little strange, too, wouldn't ya? I agree, this is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
It is really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let it slide or pull a fast one? Let's try pull a fast one. Quickie. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement to be supplemented with the new one. Edgeworth. Are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. The court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir. Can't believe I'm doing this. So he's saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed. Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw the bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And that's with a bottle of juice and a wine glass in it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. Should have had a V8, man. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we could dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court records. So... I think I present here, right? Where the fuck is the wine glass? There? Yeah? Maybe? Okay. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But...
Isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and stuff.
Ah, you unintentionally rhymed. Good job. So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs have suspicions because they have stitches?
Well, there's also, I mean, without him being empty-handed.
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Radia's body. The liquid inside the glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what's on top of the table, in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that in the tray was a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
But can you prove that Mr. Horadia was already dead at the time?
But Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes.
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. What is with them? Why is he laughing?
Witness, is there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed, or shall I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
What? The bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah. Pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys didn't wear gloves like that.
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind. Boy, does this make this bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? What the fuck is going on?
But that man, he received a large roll of class from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems they have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. Arrest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay. Witness testimony, the second meeting, and guess what? Luna's taking a break. Luna's calling it quits. Luna's throwing in the towel. Luna's pressing a button. It's late. It's 5:41 a.m. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I'll complete the game once I'm done. Like, once I wake up. You know, there's a lot more than what I thought it was. So let's just say that. So until next time, everyone, my name's Luna, and I'm sleepy.